Good morning guys and welcome to today's video where it is a standalone lesson on factorizing linear expressions and quadratics. Right guys, this video was recorded on Tuesday the 15th of December 2020. Right guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Abdallah W and I'm a recently qualified maths teacher for secondary and primary. I am currently doing walkthrough solutions to the GCSE, Edexcel, OCR, and AQA exam paper solutions. Okay, for the moment, yeah, between now and hopefully June, yeah, next year. Okay, if you found this video useful, please drop it a like, subscribe if you're new, and also press the bell icon so you don't miss out on further uploads. Okay, so that's my main message here from the start of the lesson. Right, guys, there's a few little points I want to just... 3 spaces left for... and then 2 spaces left for face-to-face tutoring. So get in touch. Okay, so 2 for face-to-face and then 3 for online. Okay, get in touch as soon as possible. The prices are there, okay, below. Okay, so get in touch as soon as possible. Ideally, before the end of the before the end of this year. Sorry. So please, yeah, get in touch. Ideally, no later than the 3rd of Jan. Okay, so the 3rd of Jan, okay, is my cutoff point. Yeah, if you're wanting lessons, okay, and the reason I say that is because there are other commitments that are going to be starting, yeah, on the 4th. So yeah, it's going to be a bit harder. Okay, so please, yeah, drop me an email, by this date, okay, at the latest. Ideally by the 31st of December would be even better, so I have a bit more notice and time. Okay, but let's get into today's video, guys. Yeah, so grab a piece of paper, guys, and yeah, grab a pen or pencil, yeah, and make some notes, and feel free, yeah, to pause the video at any time, yeah, during the video, and rewatch it if unsure, and feel free, yeah, to leave comments, yeah, in the comment section. Okay. Right, guys, okay, so these are objectives for today's lesson. Factorize linear expressions, factorize quadratic expressions, and factorize difference of 2 squares. Okay, so yeah, we are looking at, I want to say, grade 3, 4 for the first part, and then 4, 5 for the second part. Okay, so it is both for foundation and higher tier. So the higher tier will be more for these two, and also foundation as well. Yeah. But this one is probably going to be foundation only. Okay, yeah, that one. So the one that I've starred is foundation only. But it's needed for higher tier as well. Okay. Right, guys, example 1 actually. So we are asked to factorize. Now, in one of my videos here that I made previously on expanding brackets, factorize means taking the expression and putting it back into like a bracket form. Okay, so I've got an expression here, and I want to write it in a bracket. Okay, so it is the highest common factors of 2x and 8. Well, 2 is the highest common factor between 2x and 8. 2 times something is 2x, so 2 times x is 2x, and then 2 times positive 4 is plus 8. So 2 is my highest common factor. So highest common factor just means the biggest number that goes into both of these numbers, okay, or terms, yes, sorry. Okay, and 8. Okay, and if you're not sure, then watch that my previous video that I made, I believe it was back in January or February this year, on highest common factor and lowest common multiple. If not, I think I made it last year, but I think I made it, yeah, in February this year. So yeah, scroll down to my channel here, at the end of this video, yeah, if you're not happy with HCF or LCM. Okay, right, guys. Okay, example 2. Okay, so we've got factorize 3x minus 15. Again, so biggest factor is going to be 3. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so factors of 15 actually, yeah, is going to be 1 and 15 and 3 and 5. And then factors of 3x, if you're happy, essentially is 3 and x. Okay, and if you look here, 3 is the common number between these two. Okay, 3 times x, remember, is 3x. And then minus 5, okay, because 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Okay, so remember that a positive times a negative gives me a negative as my answer. So 3 times negative 15, so minus 5 is minus 15. Right, guys, example 3, factorize this. Actually, we've got x squared minus 7x. Okay, so this one's a bit more trickier. So what we're going to do is break it down. Okay, to make x squared is x times x, and then to make 7x is 7x. Okay, so what is common in both? Well, x is common in both, so x is my biggest factor. Okay, so it's going to be x and then x minus 7. Okay, so what is remaining is essentially, so it's x minus 7. X times x is x squared, and then x times minus 7 is minus 7x. Okay, so x times minus 7 is minus 7x. Okay. Right, guys, example number 4. Factorize this. Okay, so we've got 6x squared plus, it's a bit more trickier. So highest common factor of 6 and 8 is actually 2. Okay, x squared and x is going to be x. And then brackets a bit more trickier. So 2x times plus 4 is 8x. So that was nice and easy. And then I've got to be careful here. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then I'm going to times it by an extra x. Because x times x gives me x squared, guys. Okay, so my answer is 2x brackets either or here. Or I can write it as 2x brackets 4 plus 3x. So either way would be correct. Okay, so my highest common factor here is 2x. Okay, so I hope it makes sense so far. Okay, and then one last point, guys. So the first 4 examples actually is, so we had like 2 terms. So most of the time, guys, if it's 2 terms, it's 1 bracket, unless it's difference of 2 squares, which I'm going to come on to right at the end. But if it's 2 terms, then it's normally 1 bracket, okay, unless it's the difference of 2 squares, which I will explain in a minute here what that means, okay, for the last few examples. Okay, right, guys. Okay, so factorize this one. So this one's a quadratic expression. So I've got 3 terms here. So the rule is it's going to be double brackets. Okay, so x squared is made by x times x. Okay, and then I'm going to put a plus there and a plus there. And the reason for a plus and a plus here is because this is a plus and that's a plus actually. So it's 2 numbers that add to make positive 5. And multiplied to make positive 6. So same 2 numbers. Well, factors of 6 here are 1 and 6, and then 2 and 3. Well, again, 5 is made up by 3 add 2, so 2 add 3 is 5, and 2 times 3 is 6. Sorry, it should be a times there, not an add. X plus 2 and x plus 3. Again, the order here doesn't matter. So I can put that as my answer as well. Okay, so that is factorizing quadratics. So if it's 3 terms, usually, okay, then it's usually always, double brackets. Okay, so if it's 2 terms, it's normally 1 bracket, unless it's different to 2 squares. And then if it's 3 terms, it's going to be 2 brackets. So this one's factorizing quadratics. Okay, example 6, guys. Factorize x squared minus 2x minus 15. Okay, so it's a bit more trickier, this one. Okay, again, so double brackets. Okay, x squared is going to be x and x. And then I've got, so it's 2 numbers that add to make minus 2 and times to make minus 15. Well, what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to put a plus and a minus. And the reason for that is because a positive times a negative gives me a negative. So I know that one number has to be positive and one number has to be negative to make minus 15. My factors are this. Okay, so it's going to be, so it's minus 5 add 3. It's minus 5 add 3 is minus 2. And then minus 5 times positive 3. So it's minus 5 and then plus 3, guys. Okay, so it's, remember that it's, so remember that minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. And then also 3 minus 5, which is the same sum, is minus 2. Okay, so that is my answer there, guys. Right, guys, example number 7. Okay, so we've got a few more to go and then we'll finish for the lesson today. Okay, yeah, we've got 10 in total, guys, yeah, if you're wondering. Okay, factorize x squared plus 3x minus 10. Okay, nice and, okay, so yeah, it's similar to before. Okay, so again, double brackets. Okay, x times x is x squared. Okay, so straight away x and x. I've got a minus here, so I'm gonna put a plus and a minus. Again, okay, it doesn't matter about this minus. So if the n number is always negative, then it's always gonna be a plus and a minus. If it's positive, then it depends on what this sign is. Yeah, for that sign, yeah, if that makes sense. Ever. Okay, so two numbers that add to make positive 3 and times to make negative 10. Okay, well, again, factors of 10 are 1 and 10 and 2 and 5. Okay, so it's going to be plus 5 minus 2. So 5 plus minus 2 is going to be 3. And then 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Guys, okay, so that is my answer there. Okay, so I hope it made sense, guys. Any questions, yeah, any problems, then put it in the comment section. So the idea was that it's factors of the n number, so it's two numbers that always add to make the middle term, and then times for the final term. Okay, so yeah, if it helps, make these like little boxes. Okay, yeah, and then it's always, yeah, double brackets. Okay, yeah, so I hope that actually made sense, guys, okay? Right, example number 8. So we've got to factorize this, okay? So we've got x squared minus 9. Okay, so this is what I call the difference of two squares, guys. And what it means is that I can write it like this. Okay, so x squared minus 3 squared. Okay, so x and x, okay? I'm going to have plus 3, and then I'm going to have minus 3. Okay, and the reason for that, yeah, is because there is no middle term. Okay, so the rule is, yeah, when it's x squared minus x squared, yeah, it's always going to be x plus a and then x minus a. Okay, so the number will always be square root, yeah, for you. So if it's x squared minus x squared, yeah, where a is a square number. Okay, sorry, yeah, where a squared is a square number, actually, yeah, and then obviously a is the square root of the numbers. Okay, because of this, yeah, so I've got like a missing term here, the 0x minus 9. Okay, the 0x here, when I expand this, I get x squared minus 3x plus 3x, which obviously cancels minus 9. So minus 3x plus 3x becomes 0x. So that's why my answer looks like that. Okay, so that's what I call the difference of two squares, guys. Right, guys, example 9, and then we've got one more to go. Okay, so again, x squared minus 36, so it's the difference of two squares. So I'm being happy with our square numbers. So it's x squared minus 6 squared, and then using that rule before for x squared minus a squared is going to be x plus a, which is 6, and then x times x plus 6 times x minus 6. So that is my answer there, guys. Okay, so this is what I call the difference of two squares. Okay. So again, any questions, any problems, put it in the comment section. But the idea is that there is no middle term here, because when I expand it, I would get minus 6x plus 6x, which just cancels. So there's no x term in the middle, and then that's why I get x squared, yeah, minus 36 when it's simplified. Okay. Right, guys. Last example. Factorize x squared plus 2x minus 24. Okay, so it's two numbers that. Okay, so again, x and x, sorry. I was jumping ahead there, guys, sorry about that. So it's two numbers that add to make plus 2 and times to make negative 24. Okay, so again, factors of 24. Well, it's going to be plus 6 minus 4. Okay, so 6 plus minus 4 gives me 2. And then 6 times negative 4 is minus 24. Okay, so my answer is x plus 6 and then times x minus 4. Okay, so the factors of 24, yeah, I'll put them here quickly. So it's 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and then 4 and 6. Okay, so that one made our answer. So it's plus 6 minus 4, okay? So guys, I hope it made sense, okay? Any questions, any problems, then please put it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to respond and help, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I will see you soon, okay? Take care, guys, and stay safe, okay? Bye.